Okay, one quick thing. I'm going to go ahead and publish this. And obviously, right now, as I click and drag this, all right, the red color preview updates, okay? Green works as well, so if I drop this red back, green works. Blue comes in, works good, works good. All right, so our apply button definitely works works well. If I wanted to, click and drag a swatch from here, I can click up here, drag that. If I wanted to select on one of these colors, hit apply, it works. And notice that as I click through here, our sliders update. So everything seems to be working perfectly fine. Now I'm going to try to, throw some curveballs at it here in a second. There's not really much we can do, but I definitely want to make sure that it is working right because that is a little crazy. So what I'm going to do is just making sure that everything's good. I'm having a hard time believing I didn't have any errors on that. All right. Okay. So right now, selecting this, all right, generally when you have these embedded, or I guess our fixed button swatches colors, you'd want to give somebody the ability just to directly change it to the computers, okay? Instead of it just changing the color preview and updating this. So if we come back into our ActionScript, okay, and put this into play down here, publish movie, okay, basically, all right, they all update, even the color of our fill colors on our computer, okay? So it basically, it's got about 3 things going on at once, which is kind of cool. Definitely works with no delay. So that's good. All right, and before I run back through and give you more of a, I guess a run through or a better defined on areas that I think that I messed up at, I'm going to show you something which I thought was real cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this right here. So I'm going to bring my timeline back into play. All right. And I'm going to unlock this layer. I'm going to grab this. I'm just going to copy it. Okay. I'm actually going to come back up here to the controls. Paste in place. I'm going to break this apart. Okay. And what I'm going to do, for now, I'm just going to do this a couple extra times. Really, I can't believe that there's no errors. So again, I'm just going to kind of probably run through some extras if I can think of something cool to do. All right, let's see. I'm going to grab these and size these down a little bit, all right, to about that. Drag it over here. And I'm going to convert these into a movie clip. I'm just going to call this F8 comp _ drag. Okay, come down here, export for ActionScript. Okay, we're basically creating a new movie clip. Instead of the square swatch, we're going to set this up to actually drag the computers over the top of it. Kind of cool. Makes it a little bit funnier. People are probably like, what? All right, so once we hit that, we can hit OK. Hit OK again. And again, let's just double check. Set up in our linkage. All right, export. So with that done, we can go ahead and delete that off the stage. Let's come back over into our ActionScript. Scroll on down to, where is it? Right here. Our preview drag swatch. Now, all we have to do, just change the name. All right? Publish it. Click and drag it to the computers. Oh, something's wrong. Let's see what, oh, yeah. All right, I forgot. Let's go ahead and bring our image that we just did again. For the longest time, I thought I was writing the wrong code, and really the problem with this is that there, obviously, if I zoom in on this, there's no vector art in here, which basically we're going to be grabbing it in the center. Okay, so the reason why when we publish this and click and drag this, all right, it basically gets set up on here, and we don't have the ability to stop drag. So what you have to do is double click in here. All right, I'm going to bring my timeline back into play. I'm just going to add in another layer underneath of it. All right, and grabbing my rectangle tool, I'm just going to take the stroke out. Really, you can make this any color you want, but I'm going to make it as the stage. Okay, and I'm just going to draw a square that will basically fill up the background around this, just like that. All right, I'm going to select it. And with my color swatch. I'm going to drag the alpha down to 0. Okay. Just going to let go. Click back out to the main timeline. Now notice there's no vector art out here, all right, but since we put that in, we can now select it anywhere, all right, even though we alphaed it out, still there. So if I publish this now, and we go to change this color, or better yet, grab another pink color, all right, now we can have the full ability to do whatever we want with it. Right, click it, drag it, let it go. And that way it just kind of makes it look kind of cool. I mean, that does look pretty decent, right? So really, whatever your image is, you can kind of set this up to really do whatever you want it to do. Looks pretty good. All right, so with that, I think I might just leave it alone at that and just kind of go into explaining the code, see if I can do any bit better. The first run through with that, I felt pretty strong about. But just to kind of run back through it, just to give you a little update.